Women. When this word strikes to your ears, what comes in your mind? A tremendous amount of energy, isn't it? Right, that's what I feel about. Because women is the most beautiful creature created by the God on this earth. They are God's favorite creature because they have some special ability to carry forward our generations to the next level as a human because of their special anatomy and the physiology. Hello and namaste viewers. I Sonal from the Physiohealer are going to talk about women related issues and their health problems in today's session. As the women is having a special anatomy and physiology, they are also having some anatomy and physiological related problems which creates certain women's health related issues. So, let's talk about it in today's session. In history, it was misunderstood by the medical research scientists that if they do any kind of a research on a man, they think that the same kind of effect will be given onto the female. But no, they were misunderstood about that because women is having a different anatomy and a physiology, same symptoms and same effect of any research is not taking place always on the women. So now they also understood that women need a special concern on their researches. So we'll start our today's session with discussing the different phases of women's life, starting with the menstruational cycle that comes first in one's life. So when a girl is small and as she grows up and reaches to the puberty, she will get a menstruational or you can say a periods, which is regulated by the hormones secretes from the ovaries. So before going to the menstruation, we'll discuss about what is women's anatomy. So women's anatomy includes uterus, two fallopian tubes, and two sides there are ovaries. So these ovaries secretes hormones, and there is also a vulva and vagina. These are also known as the reproductive organs of the women. These organs are almost regulated by the hormones secreted in female's body. So these hormones are like progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, and some others which regulates the menstruational cycle. So let's talk about the menstruation first. As girl enters into the puberty, menstruation starts. This menstruation is regulated by few hormones like luteinizing hormones, follicle stimulating hormones, female sex hormones like estrogen and progesterone. So if these hormones are in a balanced manner, the menstruation cycle is normal. Women may have a 28 days of menstruational cycle. They may vary person to person in few days ups and downs. But sometimes it is very irregular. So all of you must have heard about a condition called PCOD, right? Or a PCOS. So when we are having this kind of a problem, what we do? We never talk about it. But if some celebrity says that I am having a PCOD and I am suffering from that, then that's where we get a energy or some force that we also can talk about it. So never be shy, never neglect about your problems. So PCOD, PCOS or premenstruational syndrome, which is psychological and physiological problems happens with one's body. Also there is a Dysmenoregia or a menorrhagia in which you will get excessive amount of bleeding, prolonged periods or heavy menstruations. Or sometimes you will have abdominal cramps during the menstruation or before the menstruations. So these are the health related issues with the menstruational cycle. So if you have any of these, please don't neglect your issues. Do open up and talk to your concerned person. Once the menstruational cycle starts, women is entered into the reproductive age. So one woman can conceive the pregnancy. But If it is not normally conceived, then this phase of a female's life is known as infertility. So pregnancy is the most beautiful and full of emotional phase in women's life. But if there is an infertility, women might have problems related to the mental disorders because of the infertility. So please treat your infertility and try to contact your gynecologist. If it is conceived normally, then pregnancy is divided into three phases or three trimesters. First trimester, second trimester, and third trimesters. In the pregnancy, the hormones which we earlier discussed about, this progesterone and estrogen levels changes. So again, why this level is changes? Because of the baby grows. So uterus has a special capacity to stretch their muscles and elaborate according to the size of baby. As the baby grows and weighs increase, the uterine size is also increase. So after the delivery, what happens to this increased size? Again, they comes to the normal level. So that where the miracle happens in women's life. So uterine muscles are the more stretchable muscles in women's body. So this pregnancy is divided into antenatal and postnatal phases. If it is going normally, this is the most beautiful experience of women's life. But some may have issues during the pregnancy. These problems are also called as high risk pregnancies, which needs to be specially taken care. So postpartum also there is a issues like postpartum depression. Many times this condition is misunderstood by the patient or by the family members of the patient. So never shy about your postpartum depression or mood swing. Open up about your emotions, what you are feeling about, and try to get a help from the right person. Once your pregnancy is over, childbirth is over, birth control phase comes. That is also very important part of a woman's life. So now you understood, right, that women is having a cyclic manner going up from menstruation to pregnancy, and from pregnancy after few years the menopause comes. Once you reach to the 50s or you cross the 50s, the menopausal phase starts. These menopause is again divided into three phases: premenopausal phase, menopausal phase, and postmenopausal phase. Sometimes this menopause is normally and on time, but sometimes it is not. Why? Again, because of the hormones. So if it is not on time, it may be delayed or may be earlier. So why? Because women may have a fibroid or irregular hormonal issues. So maybe it is earlier in age or maybe it is delayed. So you need to find out what is the reason for your earlier or a delayed menopause. During menopause or a post-menopause, our female hormones decreases, which is estrogen and progesterone. Again, this decreasing hormones create a problem into your body, which is related to the losing a calcium. So again, you will have a bony structural problems might possible. And also there is an issue related to your heart health, related to your cholesterol, post-menopause. Also, you might get a mood swings. How can we forget about that? Post-menopausal mood swings or a mental health problems related to the post-menopause. So these are all the issues we have discussed about in brief about women's health. These are not only this much. There are many modes like cancer, breast cancer, uterine cancer, there is autoimmune disorders, deficiency disorders, or there may be a heart health or maybe a cholesterol level of a woman's health. So all these issues we'll talk about this on this platform because we PCOhealer and our team is here to be loud about women's health. So now let's pledge. We will not shy about our personal health issues. We will talk about it and we will discuss about health issues. So I, Sonal, request you to please stay with me. Please contact us if you need a help. We'll try our best to get the solution for your women's health related problems. And stay tuned with us for more video diaries and physio healers. Thank you so much, and do like, share, and subscribe to our